What is up, everybody? This is Mark the Mike, and this is another Wrestling Babble podcast by Wrestling Inc. I'm Mark the Mike. I'm joined by my tag partner, Louis Beans.
What is up? What is up?
A lot of wrestling to cover. We didn't review Vengeance Day, so we'll be doing that today. Grand Slam, did you watch? If you want to review that, it's up to you.
No, I didn't
No,
watch them.
okay. So we just Vengeance Day we'll do, but first we have our wrestling retrospect, and it is now known as Ricky Saints. Ricky Stark was the pick. Um, my first match, honestly, my first match I found it was in GCWA, Gulf Coast Wrestling Alliance. That's what it's called, and it is T.J. Perkins versus Ricky Stark. Ricky Stark had like a bandana on his head, and he used to come out with a baseball jersey or some shit. Um, it was pretty early on in his career. I think this was 2019, so probably like right during the time in NWA, because T.J. Perkins also was in WWE before that as well. Um, Very good match, very good offensive, a lot of technician going on, a lot of character work for Ricky Stark, but it was a really fun match. And this was just a lot of shit talking in the match that just frustrated Perkins and made him make a lot of mistakes. But he goes for something of a go to sleep, and he reverses it and spears him and catches the win. So that was the first match.
All right, the first match I have is Ricky Starks versus Kane. This is
I did see
main,
that one too.
this is main event, August 17, 2016. Uh, this is a very fast match, but actually, he doesn't really just die like a generic jabroni
Yeah.
back in the day did. He actually had some type of you got to see him move. He didn't just get tombstone and it was over. But the funny thing is, he pretty much looks the same. Like he had his look down, he had his very specific boots and everything. So
Yeah.
and he was named Ricky Starks.
There you go.
Kane kills him in 3 minutes with a choke slam. So there you go.
He had it coming. Took the money though. My next one is probably my highlighted match of his in his AEW career, and it was Brian Danielson versus Ricky Stark, the strap match and All Out. That match was vicious as hell. That match, I think, really put him solidified him to be like a main eventer, but they didn't capitalize on after this match, which was kind of disappointing because he was supposed to have something with Punk. I think they started it, but they just never continued it. That's when he was teaming with Big Cass as well. But this match was fantastic. It was a really good, hard hitting match between him and Daniel Bryan, and a lot of blood, a lot of just beatdowns and shit like that. And again, I miss Daniel Bryan being there because for a fact you always got a good match, and he always kind of told you a good story in the ring. So I will say that would be it. So all out to 2023, we can start Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson in the strap match.
All right. The second match I have is Ricky Starks versus B. Room. It's actually Ricky Starks versus Broom. The Broom challenged him to a match.
The Broom.
Yes.
Okay.
The Broom challenged him to a match. They abbreviated it B period Room, but they call him Broom. Uh, if you ever heard the saying that a wrestler is good enough to wrestle a broomstick, well, watch this match. It's Ricky Starks versus a broom.
Yeah.
It is hilarious. It is really good. He spears the broom. He breaks it. He breaks it with a backbreaker, and then he camel clutches it to fix it back. It's. I think he's done that before. So this is not
I
the
wouldn't be
first time.
surprised.
This is not the first time he's had a match with Broom. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying. He loses the match. there's outside interference by the dustpan at one point, and then a chair slides in the ring by itself. it, it, it basically catches his attention, and then the broom just takes him down a low blow. And it's like, oh, I can't, it can't, it can't end like this. Magic chair shot from the magical chair, and the broom takes the win, so it's over. Ricky Starks loses to the broom.
Damn. Where was this?
Let's see. If you want to see it, it's on the channel Mr. Suede.
Okay.
When it went up, oh, it was during the pandemic, so it makes a lot of sense. March 15th, 2020.
There was no wrestling people. There was just wrestling household
And
items.
then, yeah, there
Eh?
you go.
There you go.
The most entertaining broom match I've seen, so I might start looking for more.
Yeah. I've seen like the doll and shit. I never seen a broom. Interesting. My last match. This was part of NWA Hard Times 2020. This is Ricky Starks versus Trevor Murdoch. This is for the NWA Television Championship. Um, if you know Trevor Murdoch, he's very old fashioned, very old school style of wrestling. Ricky Stark kind of played around with it, so it was a good adaptation to what he like. I don't know. He's a hybrid as well. He does some high fly, but he also does a lot of grounded moves and stuff like that. But kind of like a mixture of like old school rock and shit. So, really good back and forth. Trevor Murdoch also is really big in NWA. A lot of people actually like him here, and this one ends with Ricky Stark losing, and Trevor Murdoch is your new TV championship. So this is during his title run. Also, Ray Barrett's on the commentating team on this, and I remember how good he was on there too.
This last one I have is a double feature, but I mainly focus on one match. It is Eddie Kingston versus Ricky Starks. This is on the Inspire AD channel.
Okay,
That promotion. Uh, March 31st, 2019 is when they put it up. It looks like it might be older than that.
okay,
Hold on. No, I think it might. They're saying it might be as far back as 2014 is when the match happened. So, because this, I say that because when you look at it, it's Eddie Kingston in the old yellow gear. Like if you remember the yellow long pants with the tank top he used to
yeah,
wear,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
like it's that gear. So it's obviously not recent. Um, and it is one sided. It is a just dirty. Like he's constantly like I've never seen a man get poked in the eye more times than I've seen Ricky Starks get poked in the eye in this match. Eddie Kingston is taking every shortcut. The match starts, he immediately throws him outside. It just starts slamming him into the post. He fish hooks him in front of the fans because it's an indie venue that the fans are like right around
Yeah.
the ring. So like he's just showing that off to the like he's just a jerk, and we wouldn't want him any other way. But he gets his comeuppance way later in the match. Like he was beating Ricky's ass.
Damn.
Um, Catches him with two lovely spears. Yeah, like it was completely one sided.
Yeah.
A very very good match.
Cool. All right, that's our wrestling retrospect. We'll have a new person at the end of the show. We could kick off with Vengeance Day because that was first. The first match of Vengeance Day was Stephanie Valkyrie versus Fallon Henley for the North American Women's Championship, and the new champion is Stephanie Valkyrie.
What you think?
I
I
thought the
thought it was
match
good.
was very good. I thought the match was very solid, but for a person that has a team, I think the team don't help as much as you think it would. But I really enjoyed the match. I think Fallon Henley really found herself as a heel, and I think they have pretty good chemistry. So I'll go forward with this one.
I think the match was great. It's just my problem was, uh, I would say like the not anything technical. but the result, just for the amount of time that fatal influence has been a thing,
Yeah.
like it's not. I don't think it's been that long. Maybe 6 months. Has it been a year?
Yeah.
Did it make it from 2024 beginning to now, or was it like did it start in
They,
the middle of 24?
I say 20, then middle,
The
like
middle, right?
August ish.
So it just seems too soon. You know what I'm saying? For her to like establish that faction and for them to supposedly be a big force, and then she loses the championship, and they weren't there to save her. So it's like,
Yeah, I agree
I
with that.
get that I understand you want to have the show off, the face off with her and Stephanie and Julia,
Yeah.
but but for people who watch the show, it just seems to like,
Yeah, they
eh.
kind of rushed it. I think
So
Fallon Henley was doing really well with the title as well. So,
yes. So but other than that, I give it a 4.25. I thought it was a very good match.
next match is the tag team championship match: Nathan Frazier and Exium Fexium versus Josh Briggs and Yoshi Inamura.
This was my
Yoshiki,
favorite.
yeah,
This is my favorite match of the show. Tag teams brought it. They killed it.
yeah,
Josh Briggs did his damn thing, and his partner was like, "Look at me."
yeah,
He was reminded me of Stewie Stewart from Mad TV.
yeah,
Look at me! Look at me! He just does that giant cannonball frog splash. That just looks disgusting to get hit by. Don't just move. Just move. He's got to weigh. They
yeah.
say he weighs 200 something pounds. That dude probably weighs 300 and change.
He
Just saying.
he probably just dense.
He is, yes, he's very, very stocky. So
Goes in water, he sinks.
he's like a rhino, a little
Yeah,
rhino man. It was just really good, man. Hard hitting. You got Axiom, Fraxium doing what they do, which is pretty much have the best tag team matches everywhere. So I'm gonna give it a 5. I don't care.
I think I'm in that route. I think it was a fast pace, very fast pace, but a quick match. But it was very exciting, and they deliver in every cylinder thing. I like Josh Bridges a lot, so when he actually is on the go, like he's actually really good. He's like one of he's reminds me of Corbin a lot with the hybrid big man. Like he's fast, but he also could do a lot of those power moves and stuff. And then I didn't expect to see what I saw from this guy. I actually really enjoyed him. And I can't wait to see more from him. So yeah, a really good match. I'll go 5 with this too. The NXT's tag division been killing it. Every match they are in TNA or even to NXT, they've been killing it. Eddie Trope,
Oh wait, then it was a beatdown
and
because
then
it's
yeah,
story stuff. So,
yes. Oh yeah, yeah. The new Shieldish characters.
but they said they're people that they're on a different show, right?
The four that they are on, the four that people.
Yeah, those 4 guys.
They all
Like they're
rookies.
brand new people, but like they
They are,
you have at least seen them once or twice if you watch some of one of those other shows.
if you watch like Level Up or some shit, you probably saw
Okay,
a couple of them.
okay.
Yeah,
All
yeah. And one fucked up because his mask fell off and you were not supposed to see his face
right.
yet.
I mean, when they're already unknown, it
Yeah,
doesn't really hurt that much.
yeah. So yeah, the beatdown. And we go to match 3. It is Eddie Crope versus Trick Williams in the strap match.
think I think Thorpe needed something else to show like some of his skills and whatnot because he's been having pretty solid performances. But recently, remember, he has been the third wheel,
Yeah,
a lot of stuff, not single stuff. So I think this was a good match for him. Like I said, this is something I think Trick needed. Like it can't just all be him in championship matches. So he's building character and going through stuff. And he lost.
yeah,
He he got he got the strap yanked to his nether regions, and he caught the. Did he do the psycho knee? Is that what that was?
yeah.
Yeah. All right. It's a big dude to go flying across the ring like that.
Yep, yep.
I'm gonna give it a. I want to say 4.3 or 3.75. I'm gonna go 3.75.
Um, I thought the action was fine. I think Trope winning was a big. It was a surprise. I think it took the air out of a lot of the fans, which was I think good in a way. Um, I go. I'll give it a 4. I enjoyed the pacing of it. I thought it was a solid thing. Next match is probably my second favorite because just the brutality of it was great. Ethan Page versus Javon Evans.
I agree. I agree. They brought the animosity, the aggression.
It looked like a fight. It looked like they were both trying to take each other out, and Ethan Page catches him right in the mouth, and then Trista fades him, and that shit was pretty dope. So
Well, he lucky he had his mouth guard.
lucky, still gonna
Lucky.
hurt. He just
Yeah.
can't.
His career's not over though,
Yeah.
so he's lucky.
So
This one I'm gonna give a. I mean, it's just below 5. I'm gonna give it a 4.75.
I'll go around the same score. I thought the aggressiveness. I like when they actually want to fight. So basically, when starting the match, they're going at each other. They're not like tying up and shit. So I like that. Next match is Obafemi versus Austin Theory versus Grayson Waller for the NXT Championship.
Another good match.
Yeah,
Solid. I actually like the build up to it also.
yeah,
I wouldn't have mind them cheating him and stealing, but again, it's just timing.
yeah,
So I like it's like he needs like the same thing with Trick. Like it's the same thing with Trick, but a different circumstance because Oba needs to win the match, but he also needs to go through some stuff. He can't just have like regular ass matches where he just be pancaking everybody.
yeah,
But I mean, he is real good in multi-man matches though.
yeah.
Not for nothing. Like I think he's had like 4 or something like that, and they've all been
And
great.
one of them was the match of the year. So
Yeah, this is true.
with Briggs and
Yeah, yeah,
Dijak.
this is true. So
Dijak would have been perfect right now for a person for
yeah,
Obafemi.
that tag would have been perfect for Briggs if they would have stayed as a tag team, or
Yeah,
if they would have kept that. What was it? That friction that those two had. That they
yeah,
were gonna be a tag team.
yeah.
Type of thing. So
Hmm.
this match I'm gonna give a 4.25. Very good. Very good.
I'm gonna go 4. Solid, very solid. Main event was Julia. She beats Bailey, Roxanne Perez, and Cora Jade.
This one was very good. I'm not surprised. I'm
Yeah,
not surprised. Like you got two of the best of the I would say last season's crop of NXT with Cora Jade and Roxanne,
yeah,
and you just add Bailey. It's like goddamn fireworks, and it was good.
yeah,
I For me, this is my second favorite match of the night. If anything, uh, again, you don't want to just be doing that willy nilly, but I wouldn't have mind. I wouldn't mind if Cora would have took it here, just for the fact that she wasn't supposed to be in the match,
yeah,
and the story they told of her basically being mad and then getting revenge on her tag team partner by ending up in the match is like,
yeah.
okay, okay, I see the seeds you playing, but I thought it was really, really good. I'm gonna go 4.75 with this one also.
I'll go 4.75 with this one. I thought it was a very good match and a really good showcase for Julia for being a champion and stuff. End of the match, we had Steph Valkyrie come out and
Mm-hmm.
show love, and then we also had Jordan Grace looking at
Yep.
both titles.
Them sirens went off.
Yep, yep. So that leads into NXT for this week as well. So overall, Vengeance Day, I'll give a 4.25.
Yeah, I guess I would say 4.25.
Yeah.
Maybe 4.5.
Yes. All right. We kick off Monday Night Raw, and we have Sami Zayn to battle Kevin Owens in an unsanctioned match at Elimination Chamber. I love the promo. I love the everything that Sami and Kevin Owens have been doing this week. So I'm all for it. I think it's probably one of the better storylines going on right now.
Credit to Adam Pearce for explaining why this is so dangerous and giving Sammy every opportunity to not take the match, so he could see he's not just like, all right, I'll sign you up for your Death Horn. He's like, are you sure? So I
Yep.
at least like that presentation of it.
We got our first match. We got AJ Styles versus Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Very good match. Ends with AJ Styles catching the Styles Clash. After the match, Braun Breaker goes to spear AJ Styles, and he knocks the shit out of freaking Dominic Mysterio,
Well, he owes him one.
and he did a perfect catch to his T-shirt too.
Yeah, that was cool.
There you go. I'm interested in seeing that match. Dakota Kai defeats Ivy Nile for number one contender for the IC title. So her and Valkyria is gonna have another match soon.
I don't like it. There has to be some story stuff here because it can't just be a rematch.
Yeah,
It's got to be something else going on. Let's see. I'll let them cook for this week, but
yeah,
I'm just saying. Remember what I told you about how SmackDown started to seem like, man, every week it's Michin and Chelsea Green fighting each other.
yeah. They
I
kind of do
hope
the
it's not
same.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not do that over here.
Yeah, I was talking to Minion and he was saying the same thing. He's like the secondary titles should be defended more or at least be on showcase more on the TV. And I'm like, yeah, I agree with that. At least you have all these mid card and the tag titles. I feel like at least one or two of those should be defended every week.
And the champ shouldn't be losing
Yeah,
every week. Come on.
it don't have to be like the same belt, but it could be a different title every show. You have enough titles to spread around to have it every show.
This is true.
So like one week will be the IC Women's Champion being main event or something like that. The next week will be the Tag Team Championship being main event or Tag Team and IC title, then or the Women's World title or things like that. Like you have so many titles on the show, like you should have some defenses on TV instead of just waiting for pay-per-views. And
This
even
is
in pay-per-views, you don't even defend them there. So
this
that's
is true.
something that has to be worked on, I say.
Mhm.
Yeah, World Championship Gunther mocking main event Jey Uso going through the crowd and says they all stink.
I don't doubt that.
I,
I think he knows what he's talking about.
I like the whole segment. I like the aggressiveness between him and Jay and Gunther as well. So I'm looking forward to that match is gonna be good.
Yes.
Penta defeats Pete Dunne. Very good match, and it ends with Kaiser coming in and jumping on Penta after the match.
That is his color number 3 that you would pick in No Mercy. I like it.
Yes.
Looks dope.
um, we got Roxanne Perez defeats Raquel
Well, I
Rodriguez.
just want to say one
Oh,
thing
good.
before we go forward. This is the second time before Pete Dunne in what, 2 weeks?
Um,
Was it 3 weeks? Because it was
he
Pete
fought
Dunne,
someone in between.
it was Kaiser,
Kaiser, yeah,
and then it was Pete Dunne.
yeah,
Yeah, well, we got again. We got how many people y'all got working there?
yeah.
I'm just saying, how many people y'all got working there? We are doing.
Yeah.
I understand storylines. I get it, but when you just there's no that's not a big enough interval because they already had a really good match the first time they fought.
Yeah.
So what what's happening?
Let me see. Roxanne Perez defeats Raquel Rodriguez for the qualified elimination chamber, so she's going to the chamber. It was a bit help with outside interference because you had the tag team champions Bianca Belair and Naomi coming in,
Mhm.
beating down Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan only gets it. Which kind of distracts Raquel, and she catches Pop Rocks on Raquel Rodriguez, and she gets the win.
I mean, it is what it is. You know how I feel about you know how I feel about Roxanne just getting demolished by people who have her size. It's weird.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not like the match was bad. It's just I feel bad for Raquel.
Um, Ray Ray was fighting, wasn't he when they attacked him?
Well, that was last week. I don't know about this week.
This week, yeah, they accrued the Toro and Jack Wild and Dragon Lee took the fight to Kingston and Xavier Woods as retribution for the New Day attack on Rey Mysterio.
Uh-oh, somebody said retribution.
Yes. And then our main event is Seth Rollins defeats Finn Balor to qualify for Elimination Chamber. Very good match.
I agree. Um, yeah, Finn gotta leave the Judgment Day.
They got to do something with that because Finn feels kind of lost or he's just losing. I see that they're trying to do something with it, like as in the storylines with all them arguing and Carlito wanting the DLC and no one buying him the DLC, even though the new game comes out in a couple weeks.
Oh man,
He's funny.
but he's gotta go. Finn's gotta go because he's done what he can. JD's out. Like I know you don't want to leave JD high and dry. He come back. He like where's Finn? But he be much better off
Yeah,
by himself.
yeah. So we'll see. Monette, what will you give it?
I'm gonna give it a B plus.
Um,
I,
I'm gonna go
there's
B.
just too many people. Literally too many people fighting the same people.
I agree, and you have kind of a big roster to mix it up. I feel like the IC champ hasn't really been on TV. Well, having matches and stuff. Again, I feel like you should have title defenses probably every week. There should be
Yeah,
at least a
one.
one or two.
Yeah.
One is
One
fine.
one per show is fine.
Yeah. So I feel like yeah, the title should be defended. Um, Also, like some of the storylines are not hitting with me. I wish they were hitting better. I like the AJ and Braun. They just started, so see where that goes. Yeah, Penta kind of already fighting the same people. There's a lot of people on that roster that you could easily have them. Shit, the whole LWO have them fight them too, cause they ain't doing
Mm.
shit. They attacking New
Well,
Day.
now they're
Now
doing
they
something.
attacking New Day, and New Day's gonna let them taking them out. So you see, disrespect to the New Day. Don't do that.
Mhm.
I don't like that. Anyway, yeah, I stay with the B. Next show we have is NXT. NXT was fucking. That was good. I think it
Mhm.
was the best. Is the best show overall this week.
Yeah, I agree.
And just with the surprises and everything they added to it, I think they did a great job. We kick off with Obafemi, um, as he was talking about the people that attacked him on Vengeance Day, and the lights go out,
Like
and we
goddamn,
hear Moose.
it's a goddamn moose over there. Too damn big to be standing there.
Yeah, man. So Moose debuts on NXT and
Yep.
talks to Obafemi. They will have a fight soon, one day, but they stepped up. It was a great face off. The crowd was going crazy too. So good stuff. Very good stuff.
Yes, sir. This is
Uh,
what I like to see.
yep. This is where I say that we're gonna start really seeing the TNA stuff, and we kind of saw it on TNA this week too. I actually tuned in to see what's gonna happen if Rob was gonna answer, go back there too, and he actually did. He came to save the star. He did his little. He did it. He did the whole Jeff Hardy thing and did his little jig before he fucking ran to the ring
Really?
though.
Okay,
But
I
it
need
was
to see
great.
that. I gotta find that. All right.
Well, I'll review TNA. I'll talk about it more, but it's funny. Then we get our first match. We have Jada Parker versus Kalani Joyner versus Petrovic.
I'm not. I'm not a fan of the winner of the match because I'm not really invested in the CW's after school storyline with those two. So
Yeah,
the match was fine. The match was fine,
yeah,
but yeah, I'm not at all interested in Petrovic winning
yeah.
with the hoodie with the BI glasses on.
So this is something I give little shit with CW and NXT is the fact that then you had Fallon Henley and all that stuff coming out and shit like that, and they beat down Patrick Fake for like a good 30 seconds because it was
Oh,
on
I love it.
commercial.
I love
Because
it.
it went on
I saw
commercial
that.
and you saw the little square and her just getting her ass kicked throughout the whole commercial break. But what sucks is it went into promo and it was still on commercial break. So that has to be better controlled, and that's something that it kind of fucked up because again, Fallon Henley was saying a lot of shit, and then when it came back right on time for Jordan Grace to come out, but Julia came out, Stephanie came out to save, and that took forever too. Steph was like, "Fine, I'll save her." It took like
Funny
she
because
took like a 30-second
when they were
beat down.
beating her up, the
Yeah,
Hootie was standing there in the corner like screaming.
yeah,
He couldn't touch him. It's like you just yeah. I'm not fighting a rat. I'm not grabbing a rabid raccoon either. Just let him go.
yeah. He's just like, oh. And that shit annoyed the hell out of me too. That's something that Thea Hale did too. I was like, "Yo, fight, tag him." But anyway, again, the visual of the 30 seconds of just her getting asked was fucking hilarious. So it made me watch the square because I usually will skip the square, but I just saw her getting her ass kicked for like a good 30 seconds because they were waiting for the commercial break. So they just kept on beating on her, kept on beating on her, and it still didn't come back. So they were like, "Yo, we'll keep going." And they kept on beating on her. Shit, that was fucking hilarious. But fix that, please, because we lost we lost a promo and two entrances that just went into anything. But we had Jordan Grace come in, and then it goes into a three-way tag at the end of the show. We have Zara and Sol Roca tagging versus Lash Legend and Jara Jackson. I thought this match was pretty fun.
It was definitely fun. I can see where they're going with the two newer girls. Well, the newer tag team.
Yeah,
Um, my only problem is always when you have people beat an established tag team. It's like, come on, man.
yeah,
It always bums me out. Like I get that you're trying to have a good debut, and yes, now Zari is at work because before she was like she wasn't at work. But it's just like, don't take away from the two people who was heating up that women's tag division like that. Just saying, certain people like here's my issue with like current wrestling is it's hard to find anybody who's like legitimately better than anyone else. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like Roman Reigns, Gunther, who else is like the only person that you think is like, all right, this guy's he's gonna whip this person's ass. Is there anybody else?
you think well, Oba Femi.
Okay, Oba.
Oba
Oba.
looks like he's just gonna beat your ass.
And then they don't
Gunther for
find a
sure.
way to screw him out of the match. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, so when you have people on the come up and they doing big things, and like the Metaphor girls literally were like back and forth for the tag
yeah.
championships, and then they get beat by this duo that like they just surfing and dropping ice cream on the sidewalk, and it's like, come on, man, come on. Like that's the thing that gets me about tag team wrestling.
Yeah, I
Stop
get
doing
that.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, Channing strikes Lorenzo and Sean Spears one on one. Sean Spears gets the win.
That was solid. That was actually really good.
Yes.
I mean, Stats got his ass beat, but
Yeah. Before that, we also had the contract signing for Ricky Saint now, but we had the contract signing and that went a little haywire. Then you had Wesley interfered. Then you have a couple other people coming out, and he finally signs it. Ethan Page also going into him and having his little words. Then he finally signs the contract and shows that it is Ricky Saints that he's gonna go by now.
he burnt that man to a crisp though.
Yep.
That promo was he ain't have to beat him up like that with that promo. And then Wesley just wilding out on the outside had me dying.
Yeah.
That's probably the best part. West Wesley like a Best Buy employee
Yeah.
with that shirt, yellow shirt, and that thing. The it looked like a lanyard around his neck.
Yeah.
He looked like he was lost for fish. I'm like, what's
Yeah.
up, Tom?
So next week we have Wesley versus Saints. What else we got? We got no quarter catch crew calling out the Hardy Boys.
All right. I did not see the match, but I have to go and watch it.
They fight next week on.
Oh, next week.
Yeah.
Okay, it didn't happen Thursday.
No.
All right.
They fight on Tuesday on Cincinnati NXT. Hardy
Oh,
Boys
it's
are
on
going to
NXT.
be on
Okay,
NXT.
okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Eddie Trope versus Andre Chase, and we got some new Andre Chase U people trying to get the school back.
Why they try to play him on commentary and say he had bootleg kicks on? I heard them. Corey Graves was dying. Like they say. Ah, Andre Chase he. Listen, if it's one thing, yeah, his Chase U sweater's not there, and he's got that dingy shirt on, looking a little bummy wummy like Baron, like bum ass Corbin was for a little bit.
Yeah.
But his sneaker game is always on point. Stop messing with that man.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
And then our main event is the Fatal Influence versus Grace, Valkyrie, and Julia.
Good match, fun match. Again, I get that there's just a new powerhouse in town, but man, doesn't it suck to be an established group and you just get your ass hit?
Yep.
I get what I'm saying. I was like,
JC Jane just knows the feeling because this is the second group she was in. Still getting her ass kicked.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Putty Patrol.
Yeah, I get it. I get it was a showcase for Grace to step in, but also like yeah, you have them. But then again, that was the rivalry they had, so that's who they had to get the beat down. It was good. Then we go into the backstage shit and uh, Robert Stone getting beat up in the office and chaos happening backstage. So next week we'll find out what happened. NXT, where you give it?
NXT, I give it an A minus.
I go. I go B plus. It was the better show of this week, but I will give it higher than what I gave Raw. So because even SmackDown, I had issues with SmackDown. So I'll go B plus. AEW Dynamite. Hangman Page and MJF unload 5 years hatred. I thought that was a great promo. It was a good back and forth. I dug it.
I did not see AEW this week.
Okay, so I'll just run through it. Patriarchy versus the OPPs. That's Hook, Joe, and Shibata. They have a new team. I didn't care for this match. I kind of fast forwarded, so I didn't care. Yeah, Street Fight, Big Bill, and Powerhouse Hobbs. It was a solid match. Hobbs wins. Tony Storm offers open invitation to a challenger, and Chris Statlander comes out. So they have their own little thing, and that goes into something. The Cope promises to eliminate the Death Riders one by one, so that's starting to happen. Little Nightingale got jumped backstage by Mia Sharif, so the ladies are getting it from the Death Riders now too. Chris Statlander and Mega Bane. It was an okay match. Had a really walky ending with Thunder Rosa going with the chair, and it was like probably a miscommunication or something like that, but it didn't look good.
So the match was good
The match
though.
was
It
good.
was two big old meaty women beating the
Yeah,
crap out of each other.
the match was good. The ending was kind of awkward. That was about it. Ricochet refuses to give Prince Nana the road back. I actually dug the promo and thought Ricochet was pretty solid on it.
Yeah, that's about one of the few things I saw.
Yeah.
He looked good.
hmm
Oh nah,
And
oh nah, shut up.
we have Revolution International card series. You have Orange Cassidy versus Roderick Strong. Solid match. Cassidy wins, and that's the end of the show. I'll go C plus. Those actually no, I'll go B minus. It has some good stuff, and there's some of the matches I could care less about, but for the most part, for the storylines they building for Revolution, I thought it was fine. So yeah, I go B minus with that. We go. I did watch Impact. I'll run that down really fast. Joe Hendry had a concert. The Colognes come out to interrupt the concert, and then he saved by Elijah.
The fourth brother.
Elijah, Ezekiel's and Elias's long lost brother,
And Elrond.
and
Oh,
Elra.
telling you, there's four of them. Yep.
There you go. Really good beginning. It was a very exciting, so I was cool with that. Um, hearing Santino Marella. Oh, sorry, I missed that on NXT, which was pretty funny because he was talking to his daughter and looking at the names of people that he would want on TNA, and how he says the number names. He said Nikita Lyons and all that stuff. It was really fucking hilarious.
Okay.
And then when she said Vengeance Day, she couldn't say it right. He was like, "Oh, you talking about? You can't even say that right." He said all their names really fucked up. But it was fun. But anyway, going from there, uh, we had that. Then we had the no DQ match with Leon Slater and Dirty Dango coming up. But first, we had Rascals versus Tyson and Tariq. Really good match. The Radicals win. Radicals win, but it had like outside interference by a bunch of people, so they worked that way. Lee Yang Lee versus Rosemary was solid. Yi Lang wins. What else? Yeah, more stuff for EY with his new group. Then you had JDC versus Leon Slater, really solid match, and it ends with the Hardy Boys coming for the save, and then Obafemi comes out for the save. Trisha Blanchard has a little promo, but she does not line up having a match. She's not cleared, so basically next week she'll have her match back. What is the last thing? And then the main event was Joe Hendry and Elijah versus the Clones. Very solid match, and I thought Elijah would eventually betray Joe Hendry, but he didn't. He gets a tombstone power driver and actually wins. So TNA Impact, I'll give a B. It was a solid, really solid show. SmackDown. SmackDown. We kick off with Big Jim versus Drew McIntyre.
Good match. Good match.
Very good match.
Definitely continuing the story with them. And Bruce Golden backfired.
Yep.
So
He mad.
and then he beat his ass.
Yep. He mad. The Miz and Carmelo Hayes versus R Truth and LA Knight, Louisiana Knight.
I love that he came out and then our truth gave him the sandwich.
Yeah.
He was eating the sandwich, and I think LA Knight was like, "Oh shit, this is good." And you see him not like because they were giving away the stuff to the fans.
Yeah.
He held on to that sandwich and went to the timekeeper.
Yeah.
Like he said, "Hold on to this."
That was actually
Man,
good.
this I think this is one of the best matches I saw all week.
It was
Our
fun.
truth, our truth is past the national treasure. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Just
He,
put him in the Hall of Fame for just to let him wrestle. You know what? He should have a Hall of Fame as a match or something. It should just be something completely out of left field. Him him slapping the mat and making
yeah.
Carmelo kick out to nothing was the best shit. And then him tagging the Miz.
Yeah. That shit had me laughing.
And then not to mention the promo before the match
Yeah.
with them talking about what did he say? Melo don't Miz.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah. All right. All right. They,
Yeah. Fatu was telling Solo backstage that he would be in the tag team match with him instead of Tonga. Um, that was interesting. There was a video package for Zelina Vega. It was actually really cool.
yeah, that was actually really good.
I like those. Put them more into TV. At least remembering the wrestlers that you have on their roster. Those are good. Tiffany Stratton and Candice LeRae was a little sloppy match, but it did its
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Uncharacteristically not great.
yeah,
It's 2 weeks in a row. That's all I'm saying.
yeah. And then it goes into interference. Nia Jax comes out, and then Trish Stratus comes for the save, but then they get squashed by Nia Jax on top of each other, which was kind of awkward looking as well. I'll give.
I mean,
Nia
she was
Jax.
trying not to kill him.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like I'll give her the I'll give her a excuse 'cause she had heels going on the top rope. She should not be doing that. But it was for story stuff, but it was okay. The
And
Rock
then
and Cody
and
Rhodes.
then wait, and then
Okay.
Charlotte came in.
And Charlotte came in and did her little thing.
Yes,
And there he goes. The Rock and Cody Rhodes go for 30 minutes, and this was confusing as shit.
I was confused. What
I
happened?
I was bored. Sorry.
I could see that.
Yeah.
If you didn't, if it wasn't for you, it wasn't for you.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it.
I see where they're going with it. I was just like, get to the point. It's like 3 minutes of you talking. Just get to the point. But yeah, Rock wants his soul.
They set up that he wants to make him his champion. I'm assuming that's basically like
Like a corp kind of shit. That'd be
corporate
interesting.
champion, but more the TKO champion. I guess it
Yeah.
would be. Maybe if he said yes, he would have that giant bull belt, which is
Yeah.
gaudy as hell, which makes it even better.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen the guy in King of Fighters 13, I think it is. No, 14. He's a big wrestling guy, and he's got a giant belt that looks like that.
Yeah.
Like I think it has horns on it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Bring it back. Bring that belt back.
You got DIY versus Pretty Deadly. It started off
But we
really
got the
good.
girls. You got the girls doing
Oh yeah.
something first.
No, this was right after.
Oh, okay. They see they have it in a different order on the website. They
Uh,
got the girls, Liv Morgan and Raquel attack Naomi and Bianca,
they do. Uh,
and then it has Cody Rhodes.
oh
I want
okay.
you to be my
Yeah. I
champion,
see it. Yeah.
and then DIY versus Pretty Deadly.
Yeah. I like the fact that they're adding the tag team division into the mainstay kind of thing. So I'm all for it. Street Profits, and that was a mean ass frog
Is that
splash.
a real disco ball?
I don't know.
Was that a real giant disco ball?
Probably.
Because that's kind of crazy. How much they pay for that?
I don't
It was huge,
know.
dude. So we'll see. Street Profits interrupted the end of that match. It was a pretty good match too. So
um,
dressed in black and whipping people's ass. Montez Ford is not saying God is good now. He's supposed to think to the devil. I don't know what's happening over there.
he mad.
He mad as hell.
There you go. And then we go to our main event, which was Damian Priest and Braun Strowman versus Jacob Fatu and Solo Sakura. Good match.
Yes, very good match. Good way to end the show. It's got story stuff. Um,
It
and
had
Priest gets to win.
yeah. You had Fatu kind of interrupting Solo when he was talking, so you see a little tension between them two.
And then he kicks him in the face by accident. Good
Yep.
match.
There you go. SmackDown, what do you give it?
SmackDown, I give it a B. I give it a
Um,
B.
going B minus. There's a lot of issues. Again, I liked the little U.S. title segment as well with Chelsea Green,
Yeah,
but again,
that was too short.
that was too short. I want, and then she had the Zack Ryder's jacket. That was actually pretty cool.
And then she was saying, why she not on the pay-per-view? I'm
Yeah,
like, why are you not on the regular show?
and she's on next week's SmackDown. She's defending
She's
her
on
title.
next. She better not be fighting Michin again.
Just to
I
piss
swear.
you off, she gonna fight me.
I swear to God, I'm not watching it if she is.
I did watch Collision. You have the Hologram versus Beast Mortals. Solid match.
That looks cool.
It was
Those
good.
I look forward to those just because I know those two work together well.
Yeah.
So
You had the Butcher versus Gabe Kidd. Gabe Kidd beat the shit out of him.
the butcher still works there.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he's just a jobber for the most part. He just loses. We have Queen Adamata versus Julia Hart. I had issues with this match.
Go ahead. I didn't see it.
So, I was explaining to you. I wrote to you. So, the thing with Julia Hart, like she doesn't sell. So basically, everything she is, she will keep getting back up. She'll keep getting back up. She trying. If you're selling that, you should not talk about her injuries on commentating.
Mm.
It kind of be
You
her
right?
being
True.
invincible, and then all of a sudden, oh, she had a broken leg here and missed the. I was like, that doesn't work with what you're trying to sell me on in the ring. And there was some things that like this chick like German suplexed her twice, and she's getting right back up and right back up, right back up. But I just don't get it, and I don't see her being that character to do it. So I just don't believe it. So it annoyed me. I wanted a good match. Like for the most part, they had some good spots and stuff like that, but that shit annoyed me. Murder Machine Squad versus Murder Machine. What the hell? Death Riders versus Daniel Garcia, Cool Hand. Um, uh,
And what was the tag name in
oh, the
AEW?
Murder Machines were Brian Cage and Lance Archer. They just destroyed two people. That's pretty much what it was.
I see. Having another jobber match.
Yep.
I got
They just ran them over.
All right.
Then you had Death Riders defeat Garcia, Magic, and Parker. It was a solid match, but Yuta didn't get the memo that they all had to wear black,
Mm-hmm.
just black, no red. Um, yeah, Matt Caster's open challenge, and Brody King answered it and beat the shit out of him.
I was hoping Hangman showed up.
Yeah. We did have a good promo by Holly Cameron. Then Deanna Peraza had a promo, and she's gonna fight her on Dynamite. So there we go.
All
And then
right.
the main event is Chris. The main event was Chris Jericho versus Bandito for the ROH Championship. Jericho wins. It was actually solid. Can't say. So, uh, Collision. I'll go also B minus. All right. That's our week in wrestling. We go to podcasts we listen to. Chris Van Vliet had a couple good ones. Yes. Who was it on? I just listened to it too. Let me look at it real fast.
The
I
one I
know.
saw was the Busted Open with Ricky Saints, and then also the part three.
Oh,
I
okay,
think it
Taker.
was with Bubba and Taker. Yeah.
Louis Kaiser and Road Dogg was on Chris Van Vliet. They're both good conversations there, so definitely check those out.
Mm-hmm.
Roxanne Perez was on No Contest podcast. That was actually a pretty cool conversation, but it was dated because it was right before Vengeance Day.
Got you.
Oh, the Raw and Raw. So basically, like, yeah, the contents of a lot of the things they were talking about, like, it was kind of a little dated, but it was a good conversation though. Very Bailey-esque too, like how she got into wrestling and stuff too. But she was like 13 when she started,
Mm-hmm.
so good there. And I listened to some of the Jake the Snake on Undertaker's thing because it was actually
Oh
some really good
yeah.
stories.
I listened to that. Sorry.
Yeah. All right. And shout outs to Made Reservoir Podcast. They always have good stuff, and there's a lot of stuff that they just announced, so definitely check it out. Especially for WrestleMania season. Uh, and now we go to Wrestling Retrospect. Is your pick?
Let's see. We did Ricky last week. Uh, did we do? Let me make sure. Let me ask. Um, did we do Kane already?
Kane?
Yeah.
No.
No.
We didn't do Kane. I think a lot of the big names we kind of just not did. So I don't. Yeah, we have not did Kane.
Okay. So let's do Kane.
All right, Kane. It is. I already got one that I always recommend, and it's Kane versus Albert in SmackDown for the IC title.
Who was the champ?
Albert.
What?
Yes.
All right.
And Kane beat
Damn.
him for the. Oh no, Kane was the IC champ. Albert. They fought, and Kane did a hurricane on him.
That's interesting. Okay.
That's good stuff. All right, we're gonna wrap this up. This is the Wrestling Babble podcast. Thank you for listening. Follow me on all social medias: Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, Twitch, TikTok, or Mark the Mic. Also follow Red Cycling Week.
Yes, sir. Make sure you follow us anywhere and everywhere at Cyclonic. That's Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, and we got a WordPress, so check it out.
All right, peace out, laters, and always remember follow the Jinkies.